you people already know that core Java is playing a vital role in any technology, whatever it is, isn't it? Yes or no? So this session will help for all of the people who are going to get a job as a fresher or as an experienced person also. Got it? So let's get into the topic without wasting time. Am I audible? One minute, I'll just stop sharing and then I'll start sharing. Yeah. Am I audible, students? Yes. Okay, fine. So please join to that WhatsApp group and Telegram group so that you will get answers for all of these questions. Okay, today we are going to discuss all the fundamental questions of Java. Okay, and in the tomorrow session, I'm going to discuss about the interview questions on exception handling, multi-threading, collections framework, Java 8, one of the very important version, isn't it? If you go for the interview, compulsory, everyone will face some interview questions from this Java 1.8 version. Okay, all those concepts will be covered in the tomorrow session. And in our today's session, the basic of Java, all the basics of Java, like we have OOPS concepts, methods, constructors, on all topics, we are going to cover the interview questions. Okay, let's get into the topic without wasting time. Yes, Java 8 and Java 11 will also be covered, but that features interview questions will be covered in the tomorrow session. Got it? Fine. So who developed? Please concentrate. For all these interview questions, we are going to provide the document for you. Answers document will provide it to you. Join into that WhatsApp group and Telegram group. There you will get it. Okay, be clear. Same time tomorrow also we have a session tomorrow also at same time 10 o'clock. In that session we are going to discuss exception handling, multi-threading, collections framework, Java important features like from 8 to 17, whatever the important features are there, all those features interview questions we will discuss. Okay, fine. So this is only theoretical, and if any practical, sometimes I'm going to give the examples also here. Got it? So for logical programming interview questions, we will conduct a separate session. These are all theoretical, and included along with these theoretical questions, some programming will also be included here. Okay, first of all, who developed Java programming language? Let's get into the questions now. Who developed Java programming language? James Gosling. Okay, he developed this Java programming language. Why is Java so popular? You know, right? Java is a platform independent programming language. Yes or no? It is an object-oriented, platform-independent, distributed, high-performance programming language. Got it or not? So platform-independent means what? So say example, if you take any of the application, okay, so you are taking one application. If that application is able to run in any operating system, then that we will call it as a platform-independent application. Yes. So to develop this type of platform-independent applications, we are going to use platform-independent programming languages like Java, Python and all. Okay. So why is Java so popular? Means because of so many important features are there for Java. Like Java is very simple. Syntactically, it is same as C, and functionality-wise, it is same as C++. Yes or no? Java is a platform-independent, portable, interpreted, high-performance, distributed, and architecture neutral. Got it or not? So many important features are there that makes a Java prominent programming language. Got it? And what is platform independent? What is platform independent? See here, platform independent means what? So we can execute the Java programs wherever you want. See, have you heard about the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, isn't it? So JVM is different for each and every operating system. Isn't it or not? JVM is different for every OS. JVM specification is different for every OS. But all JVMs can understand the bytecode instructions. You know, whenever you compile, 1 minute, I'll just open Paint. So if you take a .java file, that .java file is taken by the Java compiler. Isn't it? Java compiler will convert that .java file to class file. Dot class file contains what? Bytecode instructions. Got it? This bytecode is bringing a platform independent nature for Java programming language. Yes or no? Because all JVMs are not different. Say example, if you take like this, I'll show it to you. Let's take this example. Here we have a Java bytecode, isn't it? We have a Java bytecode. Every operating system will have a separate Java virtual machine available. Yes, all JVMs are not same. Every JVM is different here, but any JVM can understand the bytecode instructions. They are designed like that. Got it? This brings a platform independent nature for Java programming language. Because of that reason only Java will have caption known as VORA, write once, run anywhere, anytime. Got it? So this is nothing but platform independent. Are you clear? Why is Java so popular? Because it is platform independent, interpreted, high performance programming language. What is platform independent? If an application or software or program, anything you can take it. If it is running in any operating system, then that is known as platform independent application. How Java is achieving this platform independent nature? Because of using bytecode. Because of using bytecode. So here Java programs are platform independent, but JVM is platform dependent. You know, for every operating system, separate JVM implementation is there, isn't it? JVM is platform dependent. Dot class file is platform independent. What dot class file contains? Bytecode instructions. Yes or no? But all JVMs are different, but any JVM can understand the bytecode instructions. They are designed like that. Is it clear? Now, immediately you will get one doubt. What is bytecode? Madam, is machine code and bytecode both are same? No. Machine code means when you compile a .c file or .cpp file something, then you are getting a .obj file or .o file. Okay, .obj or .o file. So that is nothing but a machine code. It is there in zeros and ones format. But bytecode is not like that. It is one type of highly optimized code which is understandable to the Java virtual machine. Okay, which is understandable to the Java virtual machine. Is my voice clear to all? Please confirm. Yeah, so there is a problem from your end only, ma. Please check once. Yes, okay. So what is bytecode? Bytecode is nothing but it is a highly optimized code which is understandable to the Java virtual machine. So what this JVM will do? So whenever you compile the Java program, okay, whenever you compile the Java program, you are getting a dot class file which consists of what? Bytecode. Okay, the dot class file consists of bytecode instructions. These bytecode instructions will be taken by the JVM. What this JVM will do? JVM's main responsibility is what? Converting these bytecode instructions to machine understandable format, and you people are getting the output. Is it clear or not? Understand? So this is nothing but a bytecode. It is a highly optimized code which is understandable to Java virtual machine. Fine. Next, what is JDK? What is JRE? And what is JVM? JDK stands for Java Development Kit. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. I'll tell you. So why we need this JDK actually? Simple. If you want to develop, compile and execute the Java programs, we require JDK. Isn't it? So if you want to develop, you are a developer, you want to develop the code. So after developing the code, you need to compile it. Isn't it or not? You need to compile it, you have to execute so that you will get the output. So to develop, compile and execute the Java programs, we require JDK. Simple. I'll tell you one example. If you take a first aid kit, what that first aid kit consists of? It contains all the tools which are required for doing the first aid. Yes or no? If you take a makeup kit, what that makeup kit consists of? Whatever the tools that are required to do a makeup, all those are available in the makeup kit. In the same way, whatever the tools are required to develop, compile and execute the Java programs, all those tools are available, all those executables are available in the JDK, Java Development Kit. Earlier, James Gosling called this JDK as SDK, Software Development Kit, but later they renamed it as JDK only, Java Development Kit. Understand? So why you require JDK? JDK is required for compiling, developing, and executing the Java programs. Okay, sometimes you are providing your application to the client. What client will do? They don't develop the code, right? They'll just run the application that what we have provided, and they'll utilize the services, isn't it? So if you people wants to only run the application, you require JRE. JRE is enough to run the applications, Java runtime environment. Got it or not? So if you want to run applications, Java applications, JRE is enough. To develop, compile, and execute the Java programs, you require JDK. JDK inside consists of JRE. Understand or not? Got it? So JDK consists of, JDK is equals to, what JDK actually? Development tools are there. Okay. Along with the development tools, we have JVM as well as Java API. This JVM plus Java API, we are calling it as JRE. JVM plus Java API. We can call it as JRE. That means development tools plus JRE is nothing but JDK. Understand, students? So why we require JDK? To develop, compile, and execute the Java programs, we require JDK. To only run the applications, we require JRE, Java Runtime Environment. So JVM, why we require JVM? Actually, whenever you compile a Java program, you are getting .class file, which consists of bytecode instructions. JVM's main responsibility is converting these bytecode instructions into that machine understandable format. Okay, this JVM will take, it will convert this bytecode into this Linux understandable format. This bytecode will be taken by this JVM, and which will convert that into that Windows understandable format. And finally, you are getting the output. But whereas when you take entire Java, here we have only two types of files. One is .java file and another one is .class file. Okay, .java file and .class file. Only two files are there. Understand? Are you clear up to now? So please join to this Telegram and WhatsApp group for getting the answers for all these interview questions. Don't miss tomorrow's session also, as tomorrow's session is very, very important, where we are going to cover the main important concepts of core Java, like exception handling, multi-threading, collections framework, and all Java features. Got it? So which is very important. Nowadays, you are also facing the same thing, right? So whether you are a fresher or an experienced person, almost 70 to 80% questions will be asked only on core Java. That entire core Java interview questions we are going to cover in our course, isn't it? I'm not a sir, I'm Madam Siddharth. Okay, fine. So now you clear, right? What is token? Token is nothing but what? If you write a Java program, okay, if you write a Java program like this, say example class, like demo I have taken, I'll be taking like this. Okay, inside this I'm taking some variables. Okay, like this I'm writing some methods, whatever you do. Okay, so if you write like this, okay, so token is nothing but what? The smallest individual unit in a program. Like every single unit in a program, we are calling it as a token. Every single unit, we can call it as a token. Got it or not? So class is one token, demo is one token, int is one token, a is one token, comma is one token, semicolon is one token. So every single unit, we are calling it as a token. These tokens are of 5 types. Some people will say 6 types also, like keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, operators, and separators. Got it or not? Understand? Abhishek asked one question, like JVM is compiler. No, JVM is also known as Java interpreter. Okay, Java is an interpreted language. Java is an interpreted language, Abhishek. Got it? So that means what? Generally, if you go for C or C++ programming languages, which is using only compiler, but here Java is using both compiler as well as interpreter also. Got it? Java is using both compiler as well as interpreter also. So Java compiler will convert a .java file to .class file, but Java interpreter is nothing but JVM Okay, which is converting a bytecode instructions to machine understandable format. Got it? Are you clear, Abhishek? Fine. So let's get into our topic. What is token? A smallest individual unit in a program is nothing but token. Okay, tokens are of how many types, ma? 6 types, or sometimes we will call it as 5 types also, like keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, separators. All these things we can call it as tokens. What is the data type? Got it. What is data type and what are different type of data types available? Got it. So coming to the data type. Data type is the one that is used to specify how much memory a variable requires and what type of value you are going to store it into the variable. Got it. Simple, ma. Now you will get one doubt. What is a variable? Here A is a variable, int is a data type. Okay, so we have names to identify. In the same way, in the computer memory, there are so many values available. If you want to identify a particular value, you're going to give a name to each and every memory location. That name we are calling it as a variable. Understand? We have names. See, all of you people, almost 600 people join, 560 people join here, isn't it? If you people don't have any name, how can I identify you? It's very difficult for me. Of course, I can identify, but it's very difficult for me. In the same way, why we have names to identify? In the same way, in the computer memory, there are so many values available. If you want to identify a particular value, it's very difficult for us. That's why we are giving a name to each and every memory location that we are calling it as a variable. Got it? Understand? Next, what is a data type? Data type. Who is going to give the data? We are going to give the data. Okay, so if there is no data type, we have 2 types of problems. Either we have insufficient memory problem, okay, insufficient memory problem, or we have insufficient memory problem, or we have wastage of memory problem. Wastage of memory problem. Yes or no? Because if we don't have a data type concept, then either we have an insufficient memory problem, like say example, ma, I have taken 2 variables like a is equals to 10 and b is equals to some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6789 like this. Okay, say example, let us assume like we don't have a data type. If we don't have data type, this a, if we don't have data type now, if the computer allocates based on this a, it will allocate a small amount of memory like this. In this small amount of memory, this a will fit perfectly. But what about b? It doesn't fit properly, so insufficient memory problem arises. Say example, if the computer allocates based on this b, then it will allocate large amount of memory like this. For this large amount of memory, it is good for this bigger value. But what about a? Lot of memory gets wasted here. Yes or no? So if there is no data type, either we have an insufficient memory problem or we have a wastage of memory problem. That's why the scientist has introduced the concept known as data types. So who is going to give the data? We. Okay. When we are giving the data, we know what type of data we are going to give and how much it requires. That's why the scientist has provided data types for us. Like student, if you are using byte, or if you want to store any integer value, small integer value, go for byte which occupies 1 byte of memory. If you want to store a bigger value, go for short. Little bigger, go for int. Little bigger, go for long. If you want to store a float values, then go for float and double. If you want to store a character value, go for char. If you want to store a boolean value, go for boolean, like true or false. Like this, they have provided the data types. So data type is going to specify this is int is a data type here. This a is nothing but a variable. It is going to specify how much this variable requires, how much memory this variable requires, and what type of value it is going to store. Understand? We have 4 different data types available, like integral data types, and we have real or floating point data types. Okay, and we have character data types, and we have boolean data types. Okay, under integral data types, we have byte, short, int, long. For real or floating point data types, we have float and double. For character data types, we have char, and boolean data types, we have boolean. Are you clear? Yes. Fine. Next, because Python is a dynamic language, even though data types are there, students, someone is asking a doubt. saying that Python, why don't we use data types in Python? Because it is a dynamical language. Even though data types are there, so based on the value that you are providing, it will considers the data type. But Java is not like that. Here we compulsory provide the data type here. Okay. So what are different type of operators in Java? Operator is nothing but what? It is a special character, isn't it? Like plus, minus, etc., etc. Got it or not? So plus, minus, asterisk, division, modulo division, these are all operators, greater than, less than, like this. Got it? So operator is nothing but what? It is a special symbol which is used to perform a specific operation on operands. Say example, if I take a plus b like this, or if I take 5 minus 3, 4 like this. So here a, b are operands, 5, 4 are operands, plus and minus are operators. Okay. Understand or not? Here we have 3 types of operators available: unary, binary, and ternary. So coming to unary, if it is acting on only single operand, then it is known as unary. Like, we have ones complement, okay, tilde operator, not symbol. These are all unary, increment operator, decrement operator, then these are all unary plus, unary minus. These are all comes under unary operators. If an operator acts on 2 operands, here plus and minus, these are binary operators, which is acting on 2 operands. If an operator acts on 3 operands, like question mark, colon, this is also known as a ternary operator, or we can call it as a conditional operator also. Okay, which is going to operate on 3 operands: a greater than b, question mark a, colon b. So here 3 operands are there, isn't it? So a greater than b is 1 operand, a is 1 operand, and b is 1 operand. So totally we have 3 operands here. Yes. So say example, what exactly happens? First, this condition will be checked. If it is true, first one a is the answer. If it is false, if this condition is false now, second one b is the answer, that is stored into C. So these are one category of operators. Another category of operators are arithmetic, relational, logical, increment and decrement, conditional operator, assignment operator, bitwise operators, Boolean operators, and special operators. Got it? Understand? Fine. Next one. So what is a casting? Casting means what? Generally converting from one data type to another data type is nothing but casting. Converting from one data type to another data type, that we are calling it as a casting. We have 2 types of castings, like implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting. Implicit typecast, actually we have primitive and derived typecastings. Yes or no? So under primitive typecastings, we have implicit and explicit typecastings. Next questions are those. So implicit typecasting means what? Converting a smaller type. I mean, if you are storing a smaller type of data into bigger variable, like you have a int a is equals to 10. You want to store this integer value a into float variable. Okay. This is a implicit typecasting, which will be done by Java implicitly. It will be automatically done by Java internally. Understand? So converting a smaller type of data to bigger data type. That means if you are going to store a smaller type of data into the bigger variable, then that is nothing but an implicit typecasting or auto widening conversion. Okay. Next one is what? Explicit typecasting. Nothing but you have a float type of variable, like in float b is equals to 12.3f. Okay. And we have a byte type of variable or integer type of variable. You can take it. If I do it like this, it is an error. Got it? Because you are trying to store a bigger type of data into smaller memory, which is not accepted here. Understand? So that is what the reason. What you have to do is you should use a cast operator. You should use a cast operator like this. When you write a data type inside a parenthesis, it is known as a cast operator. By using this cast operator, you are converting a float type of variable b to integer type, and then you are storing the data. This is nothing but an explicit typecasting or narrowing conversion. Got it or not? Is it clear? Someone is asking doubt. Upcasting, you will get it next month. When I am explaining the inheritance concept, that time I will explain you. Okay, fine. Got it clear or not? Casting means what? Converting from one data type to another data type is nothing but casting. Implicit typecasting means storing a smaller type of data into bigger data type is nothing but implicit typecasting. And if you store a bigger type of data to smaller one, that we will call it as a explicit typecasting, which will be done by the programmer explicitly by using the cast operator. Got it. What is an array? Array means what? An array is an ordered collection of fixed number of homogeneous or similar data type elements. Simple. If you have, why we need arrays actually? Simple. I'll tell you. Yeah. I have a variable like this. Okay. I have a variable like this. Say example, I want to store a single value. Then what I'll do? I'll declare one variable and I'll assign a value to that variable. That is fine. Next, say example, I have some 10 values like this. 10 values like this. Then what? I should declare 10 variables like this. I should declare 10 variables like this. And I should assign values to those 10 variables like this. Yes or no? Got it? Say example, if I have 100 values or if I have 1000 values, then what? I should declare 100 variables or 1000 variables like that and assign values into those variables, which is a very difficult task, a time-taking process, lengthy process. And also, there is no guarantee that all these variables memory gets allocated continuously. Yes or no? Is there any guarantee that all these variables memory gets allocated continuously in a continuous memory locations? No, right? So that is what the reason the scientist has introduced the concept known as arrays. What is an array? It is an ordered collection of. Ordered means what? Where all the data will be stored in a proper order. Okay. However, you have given in that order only it will store. Ordered collection of. Fixed number of. I mean, I am going to provide a size. Whatever the size I provide, only that number of elements I can store it. I can't store more number of elements. Okay, fixed number of, say example, if I give the size as 10, I can store maximum of 10 elements where I can't store more than 10 elements. That is a drawback of arrays. That's why we move to collections framework. That questions, interview questions, we'll see it in the tomorrow's session. Got it? Please join. If any new students have joined, please join into the Telegram and this WhatsApp group for getting the answers. Understand? If any new students join, please join into this group so that you will get answers for all these questions. We'll send as a PDF document to you. Got it, ma? Okay. Are you clear? Up to now, are you clear? Fine. So what is an array? Array is an ordered collection of a fixed number of homogeneous or similar data type elements. Homogeneous or similar. That means if you take an integer array where you can store only integer type of elements. If you take a float array where you can store only float type of elements. You can't store different type of elements. It is not possible here in the arrays. We have different type of arrays available, like one-dimensional array, okay, 2D arrays, 3D arrays, okay, and we have a jagged arrays. Jagged arrays means what? Jagged arrays are also known as ragged arrays, or we can call it as irregular multidimensional arrays. Irregular multidimensional. Simple, ma. If you go for 2D or 3D or 1D, the rows and columns equal size, we will take it. Homogeneous means a similar type of elements. Okay. Homogeneous means same. Say example, I have taken an array like this, new int of 10. Because this is an integer array where I can store only integer type of elements. I can't store floating point value or double value or something like that. I can't store a character into this. I can't store a string into this. Like this, I can't store it because it is an integer array where I can store only same data type elements. Same is nothing but homogeneous. Different is nothing but heterogeneous. Got it? Are you clear? Yes, of course. Object type is also one of the, Satya is asking a good question. object type is there. In that object type, we can store a different type of data, like student object, employee object, customer object, patient object, okay, bank object, like that. Any type of objects you can store it. But when you are retrieving the data, it is very difficult task, where you should follow a unified and centralized theme. In that case, this is the biggest drawback. That becomes a problem there. That is what the reason only collections framework came into existence, ma. Understand? Of course, if you want to store a different type of data, then you can go for an object array, object class. See, students, because he asked a question, that's why I'm telling you this one also. This is one of the interview question. Which is the super class for all classes in Java? Please remember, register in your brain, object class. Object class is a super class or parent class for all classes in Java. Any class, whether it is a predefined class or user defined class, whatever it is, object class is a super class for all classes in Java. Understand? Are you clear? Okay. Students, one more thing I just want to show you. This is a new online batches are going on. These are my batches only. Like tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. we are going to start a Java full stack development course, and on 14th December at 8 a.m. we are going to start a data structures and algorithms using Java, which is very, very important to crack the product based companies interviews nowadays, isn't it? We are going to focus more on that particular topics, like data structures plays a vital role if you want to get a job in a product based companies or go for service based companies, whatever it is. So this plays a vital role nowadays, which gives more weightage to your resume, isn't it or not? Yes. And moreover, you will be seeing like hacker rank and lead code programs. Okay, very less number of programs we may able to solve, yes or no? So all those programs will also be practiced in our course, ma. So please join for these demo sessions and circulate to your friends also. If anyone is looking for this full stack development and data structures algorithms using Java, please do refer. Okay. That we will explain it everything when you join for the demo sessions. Demo sessions are free for 1 week. Okay, for 5 to 6 days, demo sessions are free. You can join for that. There I'll explain everything about this full stack development, what we are explaining in that course, or in data structures and algorithms, what we are going to explain. Everything will tell you in that at the time. Okay, so this is going to start from Monday onwards, Java full stack, and data structures is going to start from Wednesday, coming Wednesday at morning 8 a.m. Okay, fine. Thank you. And yeah, get into our questions again. Yes. So this is homogeneous. Homogeneous means what? Array is an ordered collection of. That means however you have provided, right? In the same order, you will store the elements. Okay, in same order. Fixed number of, I have given the size as 10, right? So I can store only 10 elements. I can't store more than 10 elements. Fixed number of homogeneous or similar data type elements. Okay, got it. We have different type of arrays available, like 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional arrays. Like if you take like this, new is equals to new int of 3. Here 3 rows. The first one is rows, second one is columns. Yes or no? Or else you will take like this also. New int of 3, like this. Okay, so that means what? The first, in the 3-dimensional array, the first dimension indicates, this one is there, no, the first dimension indicates number of 2-dimensional arrays. The next 2 dimensions, this 2, 3 is there, no, next 2 dimensions indicates the row and column size of each and every 2-dimensional array. Understand? So here when you come to the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional arrays, you are taking a same equal amount, 3 rows, 3 columns. All the rows will have equal number of rows and columns. Here also 2 rows, 3 columns. But it is not the case. It is not the case. Sometimes I just want to store different number of elements. I just want to store different number of elements in each and every row. Understand? In first row, I want to store 1 element. In second row, I want to store 2 elements. In third row, I want to store 3 elements. In fourth row, I want to store again 5 elements. In fifth row, I want to store again 2 elements. Understand or not? Like this. So this is known as a ragged array or jagged array or irregular multi-dimensional array. Irregular multi-dimensional array. Got it or not? So where you will see this one, where you will see, I'll tell you one example. Okay, take this one, like, you know, sometimes some years back, nowadays everything is calculated through see everything online. Okay, but some years back, right, every year in summer, some people will be coming to our homes, like, to calculate the population, isn't it? Family count, how many people are staying in our home or something like that. So some family will have only 2 people, some family will have 4 people, some family will have 6 people, like that, isn't it or not? Yes. Got it or not? Yes. So in that case, or else sometimes, see, every student will have equal number of subjects in their academics. Yes or no? You are a BTech fresher, first year you are learning. Okay, you are doing your first year BTech. 6 subjects are there. Okay, when you are writing the exams, all will write 6 subjects. But when semester exams ended, when you got the results, some people will have no backlogs at all. Some people will have only 1 backlog. Some people will have 3 backlogs. Something you will be writing, you'll be getting right, isn't it or not? Yes or no? Everyone will face this situation. Yes. In that cases, this doesn't suitable. Where here you are taking equal number of rows. In each and every row, you are taking equal number of elements. Yes or no? Which is not suitable. If you want to store unequal number of elements in each and every row, then we are going to use jagged array, ragged array, or irregular multidimensional arrays. Got it? Understand? So this is nothing but a jagged array. And we have one more array that is known as anonymous array. Anonymous means nameless. Anonymous means nameless, which doesn't have any name. Just you are giving like this. Okay, don't have any name. That means, madam, when we are going to use this anonymous arrays, just you want to use it for instant purpose. Only one time usage purpose. If you want to use any of the array, then we are going to use this anonymous arrays. Like that, we have different type of arrays available. 1-dimensional arrays, multi-dimensional arrays. Under multi-dimensional arrays, we have 2-dimensional arrays, 3-dimensional arrays, and again we have jagged arrays or ragged arrays. Then anonymous arrays. Anonymous arrays are nothing but nameless arrays, which will be used for only one-time usage purpose. Got it, students? Are you clear? Okay. Yeah, someone is asking some doubt. Akula Prasad, yes, we will share the Java full stack link as well as DS link in the WhatsApp group or a Telegram group, that what we are sharing in the chat box. Please join in, everyone, please join into the Telegram and WhatsApp group for getting the notifications, as well as this questions answers also. Tomorrow and day after, today and tomorrow, we are going to conduct this interview questions session, right? All these answers, you will get it there. Okay, along with that, not only mine, all Java full stack and data structures links also, there you will get it for joining the demo sessions. Okay, fine. Thank you. Next, see here, what is an array? Different type of arrays we have completed. Next, explain arrays class methods. Do you heard about arrays class, which is there in the java.util package? Yes or no? In the java.util package, we have one class known as arrays class. Okay, arrays class, not array. Please make a note, arrays class it is. Okay, which consists of a static methods. There are so many static methods available in this arrays class. Like, what are those? Simple. If you go for a C language or C++, there are 2 searching algorithms available. Yes or no? Linear search and binary search. Linear search and binary search. Got it or not? So if you want to do a linear, by using these search algorithms, we are going to find out what you can say, a particular element in an array, isn't it? So you need to write a big algorithm for this. If you want to find a particular element in an array, you should go for, if you go for linear search or binary search in C language or in C++, you should write a big algorithm for that. But here it is not like that. In arrays class, we have a direct method available. Binary search method. Binary search method available. Okay, by using this binary search method, we can directly search for it. Here what we are going to do, we will just to provide an array name here, and we will provide the element that what you are going to search. Okay, then automatically it will provide, if that element is available, it will provide the index number where that element is available. If that element is not there in that array, this binary search method will provide a negative number. Okay, negative number. There is a reason for that negative number also. If that number is there, in which position you will store that, that is the meaning of that negative number. Like we have a binary search method, we have a sort method. For sorting purpose, you should write a big algorithms, right? But here we have a direct sort method available, where in the arrays class. Fill method, I want to fill entire array with some value. Okay, this entire array I want to fill with 7. Then you can give it like this. Okay, and we have a copy of method, copy of method, copy of range method, equals method, deep equals method, hash code method. Like this, so many methods are available in the arrays class, which is very important. Generally, array is of fixed size, I said. Yes or no? If you can't increase it and you can't decrease it, that is fixed. That is a drawback of array actually. But by using this copy of method and copy of range method, you can either increase or decrease the size in a different way. In a different pattern, you can do it. Understand or not? Okay. So these are the arrays class methods, which is one of the very important class available in the java.util package. Got it. So when you take all packages, so this java.lang, util, and IO are the important classes, important packages that we have. Next, difference between length and length method. Length is a variable that is used to find the length of an array. Okay. If you want to find, see this A is an array here now. If you write a.length, it will give the, if you write in the system.out.println, if you write a.length, automatically you will get what? You will get what? Length of an array. What is the length of an array? 10, right? That will be returned. Say example, you have a string. String S1 is equals to Hyderabad. Okay. String S1 is equals to Hyderabad. Okay. So then S1 dot, if you write system.out.println, S1 dot length method. This length method is going to return the length of the string. What is the length of the string here? What is the length of the string? 9, right? That 9 will be written here. Length variable is used for finding the length of an array. Okay. Length always returns the total size of an array. It does not return the number of elements present in that array. Okay. So, but length method is used for finding the length of a string. Next, what is a jagged array? Just now I said irregular number of, I mean, if you want to store different elements in each and every row, then we are going to use this jagged array or ragged array. Now, coming to the classes concept. What is a class? What is a class? Tell me. Anyone? What is a class? A class is a blueprint for an object. Yes or no? It contains what? Variables and methods. It is a model for creating the objects also. It is a template. By using the template only, we can create the objects. Simple. A class is a collection of similar data type elements. Yes or no? A class is a collection of objects of similar type. Say example, if I take employee class is a collection of employee objects. Yes or no? Customer class is a collection of customer objects. In the same way, class is a collection of objects of similar type, or it is a model for creating objects, or it is a template from which we can create the objects. Understand or not? It is why we are going to use this class. It is used to construct objects. Class is used to construct the objects, students, which contains variables and methods. The variables which are present in a class are known as instance variables. The methods which are present in a class are known as an instance methods. Understand or not? Yes. Logical representation of an object is nothing but a class. Yes, exactly. A plan, house plan. You want to construct a house. For that, you'll plan, no? That plan we are calling it as a class. But that real house we will call it as an object. Understand or not? Got it. So employee is a class, ma, Bikash. But employee, see, Bindu is a object. Ashok is a object. Ravi is a object. Bikash is a object. Understand or not? This is all really existing in this world. That we will call it as objects. Employee is nothing but a class. Got it or not? Okay. So a class contains what? Variables and methods. The variables in a class are known as instance variables, or we can call it as non-static variables. The methods in a class are known as instance methods or non-static methods. Got it or not? Next, what is an object? Simple, ma. Simple. Almost everyone will give a same definition for object. Object is an instance of a class. This is the same definition almost every student or every person will provide. Object is an instance of a class. Got it or not? Instance means what? Occupying some space in memory. Who is occupying? Object is occupying some space in memory for the sake of class, variables, and methods. Understand? This object is going to occupy some space in memory for the sake of variables and methods which are present in a class. Got it or not? I will give you another good definition for object. Okay. Understand or not? An object knows things and does things. This is one of the very interesting definition. Okay. An object knows things and does things. An object knows things and does things. Things an object knows about itself is known as instance variables. Things an object does is known as instance methods. How an object is knowing things? Because of using the variables only, because of using the properties only. How an object is doing things? Because of using methods only. We are going to perform some actions, ma. We are going to perform some actions. Simple. I'll take one class dog. Yes or no? I'll take one class dog. In this class dog, I'll take dog will have a breed. Yes or no? Dog will have what? Dog will have a age. Yes. And dog will have a color. Yes or no? Got it or not? Dog will have a color. Next, what actions dog will perform? What actions dog will perform? Dog will sleep. Yes. Nowadays dogs are doing like that only, no? Yes. Then next one is dog will bark. Okay. And dog will eat. Isn't it or not? Yes. These are all the things. These are all the actions the dog is going to perform. So these variables, we can call it as properties, attributes, characteristics, or instance variables. And this sleep method, bark, eat, these are all we can call it as actions or methods or behaviors Understand? An object is knowing things because of using these variables. An object is doing things because of using these methods. This is another good definition for object. If you get this question in interview, you can answer in this way. Instead of providing a similar answer every time, right? Object is an instance of a class. Instance means occupying some space in memory for the sake of class, variables, and methods. Got it? Instead of doing the same answer, giving the same answer, change. Which will gives more, they'll attract, okay, something he's answering in a different way. Yes or no? So an object knows things and does things. How an object is knowing things? By using these variables. How an object is doing things? By using these methods. So these variables represent a state of an object. These methods represent a behavior of an object. Understand or not? So variables represent a state of an object, and sure, Pankaj, very nice. 500 people here are going to answer the same for object. Yes, that is one of the good thing. I'll suggest you people follow Head First Java book, which is one of the very nice book. There you will get this definition for object. Got it? Which is one of the very good book. So go and learn that book, which is a very nice book, Head First Java. Got it? Understand? Fine. Every object, irrespective of the where you create, when you create, and how you create, all objects will be created in heap area only. Got it? So these variables, coming to these variables represents the state of an object, and methods represent behavior of an object. Okay, Vineet, 1 minute, students. Vineet is asking the book name. This is the book name. Okay, got it? Fine. Yeah, fine, ma. Let's get into the topic now. Next, what is an object? Now tell me, what is state of an object? Instance variables. Instance variables represents the state of an object. What is behavior of an object? Instance methods represent the behavior of an object. Book name is Head First Java. I'll type it. I'll type. I had typed in the chat box. Please go through that. Okay, coming to this. So what is behavior of an object? Behavior of an object is nothing but the instance methods represents the behavior of an object. Got it or not? Instance methods represents the behavior of an object. What are different type of variables in Java? What are different type of variables in Java? Actually, I'll tell you 1 minute. See, everyone will say like we have two types of variables. Like what are those? Local variables, static variables, and instance variables. Yes or no? But some other variables are also there, ma. I'll tell you. Got it. So the first one is local variables. Next one is static variables. Next one is instance variables. Next one is final variables. Final variables. Okay. Next one is final static variables. Okay. Next one is final instance variables. Got it. And then we have final local variables, and we have transient variables, and we have volatile variables, and we have a blank final variable. Blank final variable. These are all different type of variables that we have. Understand or not? So blank final variable, sorry, one more thing, public static final variable. Public static final variable. So these are all 11 different type of variables that we have in Java. Got it? Got it or not? So here, these are 11 different type of variables that we have. Local variables, static variables, instance variables, final static, final instance, final local, transient, volatile, blank final variable, and public static final variable. I'll tell you 1 minute. I'll tell you. Just I'll just copy this. Just save this document as okay, done. Yeah. So just give me a minute. Okay. So I have given like this. Fine. So these are the 11 different type of variables that we have. Local variables means what? If you declare any of the variable inside a, what you can say, inside a method or a block or a constructor, that we will call it as a local variable. Okay. Inside a method or inside a block or inside a, what you can say, constructor, we can call it as a local variable. Okay. So like I have a class like this. What happened? Okay. So local means what? Which will be declared inside a class or which will be declared inside a method or in a block or in a constructor. That is nothing but a local variable. So inside a class, say example, we have a class like this. Inside a class, if you declare any of the variable, okay, like with static keyword, that is known as a static variable. If you declare like this, this is an instance variable. If you declare like this is a final instance variable. Okay. If you declare like this is a final static variable. Got it? And coming to this, if you declare any of the variable, Okay, here if you declare like this, this is a local variable. And coming to this, if you declare any of the variable like this, this is a final local variable. Okay, final local variable. So static variables means what? Which will be the memory gets allocated in the method area. Only one copy gets created and that is shared to all objects of the class. Instance variables means what? These are non-static variables which will be used. I mean, for every object, a separate copy of instance variables and instance methods gets created. Coming to the final. So whenever you declare a variable as final, the value of that variable is fixed. You can't change it. Understand? Final instance means what? For the final instance variable, if you declare any of the variable as final, the value is fixed, where you can't change it. Understand? So compulsory, you should provide a value. Local variable means what? This scope is only within the method. Once the control comes outside, that local variable gets destroyed. It is not at all available. Got it? Coming to this final instance, you should compulsory provide a value whenever you declare a variable as final. What is the meaning of final? You are telling like the value is fixed. Without providing a value, how can you say that the value is fixed? You can't say, right? That's why. So whenever you declare any of the variable as final, do provide the value. Can understand? Otherwise, you are getting the compile time error. So final instance variable means what? See here, either you should provide at the time of declaring the variable, you provide a value, or in the constructor, you provide a value, or inside the instance blocks or instance initialization blocks, you provide a value for that final instance variable. Coming to the final static variable, either at the time of declaration, you should provide a value, or else in the static block, or else we can call it a static initialization block. Also, you should provide a value. In any of those two places, you should compulsory provide a value to this final static variable. Otherwise, you are getting the error. So final local, there is nothing difference between final local and local. Both are same. Without providing any value, you can't use a local variable. You will get an error. Variable might not have been initialized. I have declared a variable. Without providing a value, if I try to use this A variable in my program, automatically I will get an error saying that variable might not have been initialized error. Got it or not? And coming to the transient variable, in the serialization concept, I'll explain that serialization in the tomorrow session. In the serialization concept, if you don't want to provide the actual value, instead of you need to provide a default value, by that time, you don't want to serialize that particular data. In that case, you are going to declare a variable as transient. So whenever you declare that variable as transient, the original value will not be stored into the file. Instead of that, it will store the default value. That is the usage of transient. Coming to the volatile, for every thread, a separate local, instead of doing a modifications on the original copy, a separate local copy will get created for each and every thread. Modifications will be done by all of the threads in the local copies. Finally, it will be updated on the original content, master content. That is nothing but a volatile variable. And in Java, if you want to declare any of the variable as constant, then we are going to declare with a public static final variable. Okay, if you declare any of the variable as a public static final, the value is fixed. It is a constant variable. It is a constant variable. Public means you can use it everywhere. Static means only one copy gets created and that is shared to all objects of the class. Final means the value is fixed where you can't change it. That is the meaning. Constants will be declared in Java using public static final. Got it? What are different type of methods in Java? We have almost 23 different type of methods available. Okay, like instance methods, static methods, void methods, non-void methods, private methods, public methods, protected methods, default methods, overridden methods, overriding methods. Okay, template methods, inline methods, like this, so many different type of methods are available. Synchronized methods, non-synchronized methods. Okay, so like all these native methods. Okay, then we have this one, strict FP. Okay, like this different type of methods are available. 23 different type of methods are available in Java. Got it? Next, what is inheritance? Explain with example. So acquiring a properties of objects of one class to the properties of objects of another class, that we will call it as inheritance. Okay, inheritance is nothing but what? So one class properties, if you are getting it into another class, that we will call it as an inheritance. Okay, say example, if you take an example like this here, so I will be writing a class like this, class A, okay, which consists of some data, and class B I am writing. If I write extends is the keyword that is used to achieve inheritance in Java. Okay, everyone will say like extends is the keyword used to achieve inheritance in Java. This is one of the interview question. But by using implements also you can achieve inheritance in Java. Please make a note of that. Okay, so by using implements keyword also, you can achieve inheritance in Java. Got it? So this class is known as a super class, or A class is known as super class or parent class. Okay, or we can call it as a already existing class. Class B is known as a new class, newly created class, also known as a subclass or child class. Whatever this class A contains, all those features will comes to class B. Along with that, class B will have their own features also. In the inheritance, we always create an object for the subclass only, B class only. We don't create an object for, generally we will create an object for B class. Why? Because whenever you create an object for B class, this part will allocate memory. Here we are creating an instance and we are giving a reference variable known as obj. Let us think like if I am an object, my name is Bindu, right? Bindu is a reference name where it is referring me. Understand or not? So class B extends A. Always we create an object for the subclass. We don't create an object for the superclass, because subclass contains both superclass content as well as subclass content. That's why we'll create object for the subclass always. Understand? There are different type of inheritances available. Got it or not? Like single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, then we have a multi-level inheritance, multi-path inheritance, hybrid inheritance, like this. But Java supports only single hierarchical and multi-level inheritance. Okay, single hierarchical and multi-level. Multiple inheritance will also be achieved in Java. Generally, Java doesn't support multiple inheritance using classes, but which is one of the important feature of Java, right? In the object-oriented programming concepts, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, and polymorphism. These four are four pillars for object-oriented programming concepts. Yes or no? 4 pillars. So Java cannot achieve multiple inheritance using classes, but we can achieve multiple inheritance in Java using interfaces concept. Got it or not? Say example, class A is there. Okay, so class A consists of int A like this. Okay, int A like this, and class B also consists of int A like this. Okay, so whenever you write class C extends A comma B, the name, this sentence itself wrong in Java. Okay, this one itself wrong in Java. Got it or not? If you want to access, generally class C also contains A variable. Got it or not? If I want to access this A, how can you access? Generally you will print A directly. But if I want to access this superclass, this A and B are the parent classes or super classes for this C class. Yes or no? If I want to access this A class A, how can you access super.A? Which super? Compiler will get error. Compiler will get confusion, ambiguity arises to the compiler. Super.A you are accessing. Which super? A is also super class to C and B is also super class to C. Isn't it or not? Got it or not? Confusion arises for the compiler. That is what the reason Javasoft people eliminated multiple inheritance using classes. Got it? But the same multiple inheritance you can achieve by using interfaces concept. Got it or not? So one class cannot extend multiple classes, but one class can implement multiple interfaces. Understand? When variable names are different, you can access. But actually, that's what I'm telling you. This statement itself wrong in Java. This statement itself wrong in Java. Understand? Got it? Yes. Okay, someone is asking like static means only one copy gets created and that is shared to all objects of the class. only one copy gets created, common content. Simple. Say example, you are joining for a class. Your student name is different, student ID is different, but trainer name is same, class name is same, and timings are same. So whatever is same for all of the students, that we are making it as static. Whichever is different from person to person, that we are making it as an instance. Static means only one copy gets created and that is shared to all objects of the class. Instance means only one copy gets, for every object, a separate copy gets created. Understand or not? Is it clear? Okay. I'll tell you, you are asking so many questions, but for every question, whatever you are asking, right, you have an answer here. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes or you will get that answers. Okay. So next, and this is what Java supports: a single, hierarchical, and multi-level inheritances. Java doesn't support multiple inheritance using classes. Okay, because if you say take the same content in multiple classes, if you want to access by using super keyword, the compiler may get error. It may get confusion. Got it? That's what the reason JavaScript people eliminated Java. Eliminated multiple inheritance concept using classes, but we can achieve multiple inheritance using interfaces. How you can achieve multiple inheritance using interfaces, we'll see it tomorrow. Okay, fine. Next, method overloading. These three are compulsory, asked in every interview for sure. Mostly among almost 500 students are here, right? Almost 300 to 400 students will face this interview questions for sure. What is method overloading, overriding, method hiding? Very simple. I'll tell you. So take. Okay, so here when I take a class like this, right? Okay, class A, class B, extends A. Okay, so if you take, like I'm taking one class, okay, here I'm taking a method, okay, or else I'm taking some void add. I'm not writing entire code, just for your sake, I'm writing like this. Like this. Okay, forget about this one part for a few minutes. So defining more than one method with same name, same return type, or different return type. It can be same return type, it can be same return type like this, okay, or different return type like this also, or different return type. You can take it like this also. String add, like this, different return types also. Okay, so defining more than one method with same name, same return type, or different return type, but compulsory there should be difference in the arguments, either number of arguments or type of arguments or order of arguments. Here number of arguments 2, here we have 3, here we have 2. Madam, number of arguments same here, madam. Of course number of arguments are same, but type of arguments different, right? Here we have 2 integers, but here we have 2 floats. Type of arguments are different, yes or no? Or else I'll take it like this: int add int x comma float y. I'll take like this one method. Okay, and same thing I'll do it, add. So here I'll write like this: float x int y. That means what, madam? Here number of arguments are same, madam. Yes, okay, number of arguments are same. What about the type? Type is also same, madam. Here 1 int 1 float, here also 1 int 1 float. Then order different, no? So here first you are providing integer, then float. Here you are providing float and then integer. like this. Compulsory, if you write methods like this, defining more than one method in a class, okay, but it can be same name, okay, more than one method with same name, same return type or different return type, but compulsory there should be difference in the arguments, that we will call it as method overloading. Method overloading can be achieved in a single class or same class, okay, single class or same class. We have got my point or not? This is method overloading, ma. Coming to the method overriding concept, okay. So method overriding means what? I am writing a class like this. Class A, okay. And here I am writing something like this, okay. And then I am writing class B extends A. Here also I am writing the same thing, but here I am printing some other content, and here implementation is different. Here defining more than one method, when we define a method with same name, same return type and same arguments, but one in the superclass and another one in the subclass, then this concept, this subclass method will override on the superclass method. So that's why it is known as method overriding concept. This subclass method is going to override on the superclass method. Got it or not? So that's why it is known as method overriding concept. That means if you want to provide a different implementation for different implementation for the same method, then we are going to use this method overriding concept. Understand or not? Okay. So this superclass method is known as overriding method. Sorry, this is known as overridden method, and this is known as overriding method. Got it? Same thing. If I do it for static, got it? I am writing a static method like this. Here static and here static, like this if I write it. So this we will call it as what? Method hiding. Static methods will be called by using the class name. Yes or no? But instance methods or non-static methods will be called by using the reference name. Got it or not? Understand? So this is nothing but overloading, overriding. When we define a method, when we define more than one method with same name, same return type or different return type, but difference in the arguments, either number or type or order, that is known as method overloading, which can be achieved in a single class or same class. Method overriding means what? When we define a method with same name, same return type and same arguments, but one in the superclass and another one in the subclass, then it is known as method overriding. This subclass method will override on the superclass method. That's why we will call it as method overriding. Coming to the method hiding, same thing. If you write the same static method, one in the superclass and another one in the subclass, that we will call it as method hiding. Can you achieve method overriding on static methods? No, because static methods will be accessed by using the class name. It is not in the scope of an object. It is in the scope of a class. Static methods are in the scope of a class. Those are not in the scope of an object. That's why you cannot achieve method overriding on static methods. Understand? Got it or not? Next one is upcasting. This is also one of the very important interview question. Got it or not? This is also very important interview question. What is upcasting? So let me show you the upcasting now. Simple. I have like this. Okay, someone is asking like this is method overloading, ma'am. We have different return types here, no? Return types are different, no? But arguments are different, right? That is mandatory here. Whether you take a different return type or same return type, that doesn't matter. But compulsory, there should be difference in the arguments, either number or type or order of arguments. Then it is known as method overloading concept. Okay. So, but say example, I wrote one method, but I want to provide a different implementation for the same method. Then you are going for this method overriding concept. If you do it for, if you make it for static method, it is known as method hiding concept. Method hiding concept. Method hiding in the sense what? Where you are going to access the methods with the class name. Okay. Got it? Or this class B method is going to hide the class A method. But if you people wants to access the static methods, you are going to use the class name. Okay. So we can access the static methods using object references also, but that is not the correct proper way. Generally, we will access the static methods using the class name only. Understand? Okay. Next one is what? One second, I'll show it to you. I said one point to you here. Like, what is that? What is upcasting? Okay. So say example, I have one method available. Okay. M1 method. Here you write M2 method. Okay. In class A, we have two methods. This M1 method I have overridden. Okay. And again, class B will have this M3 method. And 1 minute. You have a M4 method also. Okay. Then you have one class, upcasting. Okay. In that class, what you are going to do is, you are going to write main method, public static void main, string args. Okay. Generally, in the inheritance, we create an object for subclass, because subclass contains all the superclass content as well as subclass content. Yes or no? So whenever you write like this, no, by using this obj, I can access M1 method, I can access M2 method. Whenever I access M1 method, which M1 method you will get it? Subclass M1 method, you get it. But if you want to get superclass method, how can you access? Inside the subclass M1 method, you can write like this, super.m1. Okay, super is a keyword which always refers to the superclass variables, methods, and constructors. Understand or not? By using super, we can access the superclass methods, constructors, and methods. Understand or not? Okay. So whenever you create an object for the subclass B, you can access all the methods like obj.m1, obj.m2, obj.m3, and obj.m4. obj.m4. Got it or not? All the methods you can access. But say example, if I create an object for A class, generally we don't create, but if I create an object for A class, A is what? Superclass here. Then you can access what? Only superclass methods. Parent features will comes to child, but child features doesn't come to parent, no. Child features doesn't come to parent, right? That's why if you write like this, obj1.m1, obj1.m2 like this. So here you can access only these parent methods. You can't access the child methods. Got it? In the same way, if we people wants to access only the parent methods, if any parent methods are overridden in the subclass, that you need to access. Okay, but you should not access the subclass own methods. Here, what are subclass own methods? Subclass own methods are M3 and M4, right? Yes or no? M1 is a overridden method. Okay, M1 is a overridden method. This method is already available in the superclass that I am overriding here. M3, M4 are the own methods of subclass B. Yes, but what I am doing here, if you people wants to access only the superclass methods, if any superclass methods overridden in the subclass, that overridden subclass methods you can access, but you should not access the subclass own methods. In that case, you can go for upcasting. Creating a superclass reference variable. Creating a superclass reference variable for subclass object is nothing but upcasting mechanism. Okay, in upcasting, you can access only superclass content. If any superclass methods overridden in the subclass, that also you can access, but you cannot access subclass own methods. This is not possible. Let me explain. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So these two not possible. This will gives the error and this also gives the error. Why? Why? Because those are all the own methods of subclass. Those are all the own methods of subclass. No, that's why in upcasting you can't access it. Subclass own features, if you don't want to access, go for upcasting mechanism. Understand or not? Got it. Next one is what? Can superclass reference variable hold an object of subclass? Of course, yes. We can take a superclass reference variable and we can take a subclass object. That is possible. That is nothing but upcasting, right? Yes or no? Superclass reference variable refers to the subclass object is nothing but upcasting. No. Whether it can be superclass or interface, anything is okay. Is multiple inheritance allowed in Java? What is the answer for this? Is multiple inheritance allowed in Java? Actually, no. By using classes, it is not possible. But by using interfaces, it is possible. Multiple inheritance cannot be achieved in Java using classes. But multiple inheritance can be achieved in Java using interfaces. So one interface, I1 is an interface. Let us assume like that. Interface extends multiple interfaces. This is possible. Interface I1 extends I2, I3, like this. One interface can extend multiple interfaces. One class can implement multiple interfaces. These are the two ways to achieve multiple inheritance in Java. But a class cannot extend multiple classes. An interface can extend multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces, but a class cannot extend multiple classes. That is not possible in Java. Okay, understand? Someone is asking some doubt. 1 minute. Yes, of course. Nishant, yes. Tapas, I missed your question, Tapas. No, by using upcasting, you cannot call the subclass method, right, Navas? Yes. So upcasting means what? Superclass reference variable you are using. When you are using superclass reference variable, you can't access the subclass own features. If any superclass method is overridden in the subclass, you can access it. But you can't access the subclass own methods. Yes, you can make a class as can interface implements class. Hey, class implements interface, man. Class implements interface, not interface implements class. Okay, that is reverse. Okay. Use of upcasting means you can access all superclass methods and superclass overridden methods in the subclass you can access. That is upcasting. Yes, we can make a class as final. We can make a class as final. Simple. Final is the only modifier that is applicable for classes, variables, and methods. I'll tell you. Final variable value cannot be changed. Okay, now. Final methods cannot be overridden. Overridden means what? I had taken one method like this. 1 minute, I'll show it to you. I had taken like this. This one you take it. No. This one you take it. Okay. I'll take this method as a final method. Okay. Final method it is. Okay. Can I override this method here in the class B? No. It will raise as error. Final means constant, fixed. When you are overriding means you are doing some change, no? When you are overriding means you are doing some change. That change will not be accepted here. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final variables value cannot be changed. Final variable value cannot be changed. Final classes cannot be inherited. Okay. Just a minute. Final classes cannot be inherited. Okay. Final variable value cannot be changed. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final classes cannot be inherited. Okay. I mean, if you take a class as final, for that you cannot create a subclass. If you take a method as final, you cannot be overridden in the subclass. If you take a variable as final, you cannot change the value. That is not possible. Okay. For getting the answers for all these, please join into this Telegram and WhatsApp group, which we are sharing in the chat box. Okay, everyone, please join. And one more thing I just want to mention again, my new data structures and full stack development batch is going to start from Monday and Wednesday onwards. Okay, this is what my batch is. This information will be shared in that Telegram and WhatsApp group. Okay. So full stack development, Java development class is going to start on 12th, 7:30 p.m. That is on Monday. And from 14th December, we are going to start at 8 data structures and algorithms using Java at 8 a.m. Okay, please join for the demo sessions. Okay, ask your friends also to join for this. No, data structures is not a part of full stack. Actually, it will be separately taken. Full stack, Java full stack is almost 5 months. Okay, five months. Okay, you can parallelly do module 1 and module 2. That I'll explain it clearly when you join for the demo session, ma. Okay, so for data structures, we will take 2 months of time, ma. Okay, got it clear? Final is the only modifier that is applicable for all variables, methods, and classes, students. Understand? Next one is what? What is a constructor? What is a constructor? A constructor is a special method whose task is to initialize the instance variables of the class, or to initialize the objects of the class. To initialize the objects of the class. Tapas, yes, Tapas, I'll explain it. Okay, fine. So what is a constructor? Constructor is a special method whose task is to initialize the instance variables of the class. Okay, we'll be declaring the instance variables, right? So those instance variables will be initialized with the constructor only. The constructor name and class name both are same, followed by the parentheses like this. Okay, constructor name and class name both are same, followed by the parentheses. Constructors don't have any return type, not even void. Okay, so it may have arguments or it may not have arguments, and you can take multiple constructors in a program also. That is also possible. Okay, what is default constructor? If you take a constructor, generally, if we don't write any constructor in our program, by default, internally JVM creates a default constructor without arguments. JVM creates a constructor without arguments. That is known as a default constructor. As a programmer, if we don't write any constructor in our class, okay, then the JVM itself, our compiler internally creates a no argument constructor. I mean, a constructor with no arguments. It is known as a default constructor. Okay. Understand? How do you call a superclass constructor from subclass constructor? How do you call a superclass constructor from subclass constructor? Using super parenthesis like this. Okay, so here this is a superclass constructor. Ma, I'll show it to you 1 minute. I'll show it to you. Alt F new. Okay. This is class A. Okay. You take this constructor, okay, and you take another constructor like this, okay, and here you take class B, extends A. This is a B constructor. If you want to call superclass constructor, you can write like this, super parenthesis like this, but this will be called automatically. From every subclass constructor, there is a call to superclass no argument constructor. By default, from every subclass constructor, there is a call to superclass constructor. But if you want to call superclass parameterized constructor, you should explicitly call by using the super arguments like this. Super arguments like this. So if you want to call superclass parameterized constructor, you should explicitly call by using the super keyword. But if you want to call superclass no argument, there is a call to superclass no argument constructor from every subclass constructor. From every subclass constructor. That point you please make a note of that. Okay. Next. What is the use of this parenthesis? Actually, super is used for, if you use super like this, no, it will call a superclass no argument constructor. But whereas if you use this now, it will call a current class constructor. Okay, the present class, the current class constructor will be called by using this parenthesis. Okay, got it or not? And when you are using this super, you cannot use this super and this at a time in a constructor, because it should be the first statement in a constructor. You cannot use both. Either you can use super or you can use this. You should not use both, because the super or this must be the first statement in the constructor. If you use both, obviously the second one will rise as the error message here. Got it or not? Is superclass constructor Can a constructor be called directly from a method? Of course you can. From a constructor, you can, from inside a method, you can create an object and you can call a constructor, right? But generally speaking, by using this, if you want to call, it is not possible. Okay. Is a superclass constructor called even when there is no explicit call from a subclass constructor? Yes, of course. That is what I said now. If you want to call a superclass constructor, okay, this no argument constructor, if you want to call that, you can call it directly like this. There is no need of this. From every subclass constructor, there is a call to superclass no argument constructor directly. By default, it will be there. Understand or not? Okay. Next, what is polymorphism? The ability to take more than one form is nothing but polymorphism. Got it? The best examples for that polymorphism is overloading, overriding concepts. What is the use of instance of operator? Actually, instance of operator is used for, it is used to identify whether the given object belongs to the given class or not. Okay. If the given object belongs to the class, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Understand? So then next one is what? What is encapsulation? What is encapsulation? So wrapping up of data and methods together and putting in one place, that we will call it as encapsulation, right? The best example for that encapsulation is what? Actually, a class. Inside a class only, we are going to place the variables and methods, everything, right? Okay, so that is the best example for encapsulation, or else we can define the encapsulation as encapsulation is hiding the implementation of the class, okay, inside a well-defined interface. Got it? That means what? Without breaking our code, we can change the implementation of the class because of using this encapsulation. Got it? Interface means what? It is also just like a class, but class contains variables, methods, constructors, everything, right? But interface contains constant variables and abstract methods. Abstract methods are also known as incomplete methods or undefined methods. Got it or not? Non-abstract methods are nothing but complete methods. So interface is nothing but, it is also just like a class, but it contains both constant variables and abstract methods. How do you define an interface? Interface is the keyword that is used to define an interface, and you are providing the interface name. Inside that, you can provide the variables, constant variables and abstract methods. From 1.8 version onwards, you can use private methods, default methods, everything also you can include it into this interface. How do you implement an interface? A class, by using the class, you can implement the interface. Okay, so what else you know about interface means I will be providing entire notes about that interface to you. No worries in that. Okay, like we can achieve 100% abstraction by using this interfaces concept. One interface can extend multiple interfaces, and nested interfaces is also possible. Okay, a class can implement multiple interfaces, and one class can extend another class and implements another interface at the same time. Understand or not? One class can extend another class, okay, so if you take a class like this, class extends another class and implements multiple interfaces at the same time. But when you are using both extends and implements at the same time, you should use extends first, then only you should use implements. Okay, that is the point here. Can you extend an interface? Of course you can. You can extend an interface. One interface can extend another interface. Okay. Got it. Next, can a class extend multiple interfaces? Of course, yes. I wrote that, no? I wrote that interface I1 extends I2, I3. One interface can extend multiple interfaces. That is also possible. One interface extends multiple interfaces. One class implements multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces. Understand or not? Okay. Next, what is an abstract class? What is abstract class? An abstract class is nothing but it is an incomplete class. Yes or no? Actually, it is a class which contains both abstract methods as well as non-abstract methods also. Abstract methods means what? Incomplete methods. Non-abstract methods means complete methods. Simple, if you write a method like this, you are ending one method with semicolon. It is known as an abstract method. Okay, if you write a method like this, ending with curly braces, it is a complete method. Got it? Abstract methods will be declared by using what? Abstract keyword. An abstract So an abstract method, I mean, it should be declared with abstract keyword. An abstract class can have 0 or more abstract methods. It's not mandatory that whenever you declare a class as abstract like this, it's not mandatory that compulsory you should put abstract methods in that. Okay, it's not mandatory. An abstract class can have 0 or more abstract methods. Whenever you declare a class as abstract meaning what? Incomplete. For that abstract class, you cannot create an object. It is not possible. Okay, instance creation not possible for abstract class because it is an incomplete class. JVM doesn't know how much memory it has to allocate for that. Understand or not? So that is a problem here. An abstract class can have both abstract methods as well as incomplete methods. Non-abstract methods. Okay, you cannot create an object for that, but you can create a reference variable for that. That is possible. You can create a subclass for that also. For that abstract class, you can create a subclass, and in this subclass you should provide implementation for all the abstract methods of that abstract class. Understand? Got it? So 100% abstraction not possible in abstract class, but 100% abstraction is possible in a abstract class. So whichever is the complete class, I mean whichever the class contains complete methods. Complete methods means what? Whatever the methods are ending with curly braces, that we will call it as a complete methods. Now, if a class consists of complete methods, that class we will call it as a concrete class. We can call it as what? Concrete class. Concrete class means complete class, which doesn't have any abstract methods. Okay. When do you use an abstract class? That's what. No one has to create an object for that, but they can create a subclass for that. In that case, I can go with abstract class. Whenever I declare a class as abstract, no one will create an object for that, but they can create a subclass and they can provide implementation for the abstract methods. Okay. How do you define an abstract method? How do you define? I said no. In a class, whenever you declare an abstract method, now like this, if you have an abstract method, abstract void m1 in a class, no, in an abstract class, for that method I'll provide in a concrete class. In a complete class, I'll provide a method body for this m1 method like this. Understand or not? Are you clear? Abstraction is simple, separating ideas with implementation. If you are separating ideas with implementation, because you know everyone's requirement is different. Say example, I have provided one method. In that method, I'm printing my name. Okay, but your requirement is different. No, madam, I don't want to print your name. We just want to print our names. That means what? Our requirement is different. No, in that way, I'll just provide an abstract method. Whoever want, wherever they want, they can provide implementation for that. Got it or not? Okay. Is it clear? Next, what is abstract class and interfaces differences? I'll provide it to you. Okay. And what is an inner class? If you write one class inside another class, that we will call it as the inside class is known as inner class and the outside class is known as outer class. Like this, simple. I'll be writing like this: class X. Inside this, I'll write one more class like this. Okay. So what is inner class? This inside class, we can call it as inner class, and the outside class is known as outer class. Yes or no? Why are you writing like this? A class inside another class? Because, you know, if you declare any of the private variables inside a class, got it, that you can't use it outside of the class. I'll tell you, 1 minute. I'll just scroll it down. Before that, I'll explain some modifiers. After that, I'll come back to this. We have 4 modifiers available: private, public, protected, and default. For the next 10 questions, this is the answers. What I'm explaining here, okay, that will give an answer for the next 10 questions. Please concentrate. Understand? So private. So private is a modifier. Whenever you declare any of the variable or method as private, that you can use it only within the class. You can't use it outside of the class. Public means what? You can use it everywhere. Wherever you want, there you can use it. That is nothing but public. That means in any package, you can use it. Package means what? Package is nothing but just like a folder or directory. Okay, so package is nothing but what? It is a collection of related predefined classes, interfaces, and sub-packages. That sub-package in turn is a collection of what? Predefined classes, interfaces, and sub-packages. Understand? So package is nothing but just like a folder. I just want to store all in my folder like that. Okay, so private variables and private methods you can access only within the class. You cannot access outside of the class. Not at all possible. Public, you can access it everywhere. From any package you can access. From any package. Protected. Sorry, first I'll explain default. Default means what? If you don't provide any modifier before a variable, that is a default access modifier. Okay, these default variables and default methods, you can access any class from any class within the package. You cannot access outside of the package. Say example, package A is there. In this package A, anywhere you can use, in any class, you can use this default variable A. But if you have a B package, in this B package, you can't use this default variable A. Understand or not? So default variables and default methods, you can use it from any class within the package, but outside of the package, you cannot access. Protected means what? So within the package, anywhere you can use it, but outside of the package, only in the subclasses you can use it. If you declare any of the variable or method with protected, that protected variables and protected methods, you can access it only within the class. You can access it everywhere from any class. Outside of the class, outside of the package, you can access only in the subclasses. Got my point or not? Please be clear. Please be clear. Pankaj, default is also known as package private. That means if you don't provide any access modifier before a variable or a method, okay, before a variable or a method, if you don't provide any modifier before it, got it or not? So this we will call it as what? What you can say, default. Understand or not? Are you clear? Okay, so void M1, okay, M1 method here we have. So this is the default method actually. Got it or not? Understand? Because I am not providing any modifier here. This is the default method. Got it? So here, what we are going to do is, so this default method, I can use it. Say example, if I wrote this default method in this package, within this package, in any class, I can use it. Say example, this package A consists of some 10 classes. In all the 10 classes, I can use this default method. But outside of the package, I can't access. In B package, I can't access default methods. But whereas protected, within the package, you can access anywhere in any class. But outside of the package also, you can access only within the subclasses. Outside of the packages, you can access only within the subclasses. That is what the point. Understand, students? Are you clear? Okay, fine, done. Then next one. Next one is what? Please wait till last. I'll tell you some important points at the end of the session. Please wait till last. Okay. Now coming to this picture. So what is inner class? A class, when you write one class inside another class, the inside class is known as inner class. Okay. So what exactly is the meaning of this inner class actually? Coming to the, why we are taking inner class? Simple, ma. If you declare any of the private variables in a class, that you can use it only within the class, you can't access it outside. But if you people wants to use the private variables in other classes also, then we are going to use this inner classes concept. Okay, private variables of the class, you can access it only within the class. You can't access outside in other classes. But if you want to access private members of one class in another class, in that case, we are going for this inner classes concept. If you declare any of the inner class with the static keyword, any of the inner class with the static keyword, then it is known as a static inner class. Okay, that I'll give you more about that in the tomorrow session when I'm explaining the anonymous classes. Okay, can you create a inner class inside a method? Of course, you can create a inner class inside a method, inside a block, inside a loop, anywhere you can create that. We will call it as local inner class. Okay, so these anonymous classes and lambda expressions, I'll give you that interview questions in the tomorrow session. Okay, because we are running out of time already. 2 hours finished actually. Still we are in 50 questions only. Okay, what is the default class modifier? It is default. What is private access modifier? If you declare any of the variables or methods with private, You can access it only within the class. You can't access outside. What is default or package access modifier? Default only. Package access modifier. Default or package access means what? Only within the package you can access. What is that? Default only, na? What is protected access modifier? If you declare any of the variables or methods with protected, you can access it within the package. In any class you can access. Outside of the package, only in the subclasses you can access. What is public? Anywhere from any package you can access. What access type of variables can be accessed from a class in same package? Same package, what are the type of variables you can use? Same package, you can use default. Yes or no? You can use protected and you can use public also. Yes or no? Default, protected and public, you can use it. What access type of variables can be accessed from a class in different package? In different package. You can use public only here. What access type of variables can be accessed from a subclass in same package? Subclass in same package means you can use default, you can use protected, you can use public. All the three comes into the picture. Okay, public you can use it. Default default means what? You can use it anywhere in the same package. Protected also you can use it because in the same package. Okay, other than private, everything. Yes, perfect. So what access type of variables can be accessed from a subclass in different package? Subclass in different package, only protected. Or else public will also be added here. Public will also be added because public can be accessed anywhere, no? Anywhere, no? Yes? Now, for this question, I said answer already. 62, 63, 64. Yes or no? Final argument is also just like a final variable only, ma. What is the use of final modifier on variable? Final variable value is fixed, can't be changed. If you use it for class, na, final classes cannot be inherited. That means for final class, you cannot create a subclass. Say example, if I write like this, final class A. Okay. If I try to create a class B extends A, it is an error. It will raise as an error because final classes cannot be inherited. Final class means fixed. You can't create a subclass for that. Creating subclass means you are doing change. Change not possible when you declare it as final. Final modifier on a method. Final methods cannot be overridden. I said no already. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final argument is also just like variable only. Okay. What happens when a variable is marked as volatile? What happens? So separate copy, local copy will be created for each and every thread. Modifications will be done on that. And finally, it will be updated in the master copy. Yes or no? What is a static variable? What is a static variable? Static variables can be used. I mean, whenever you declare one variable inside a class with static keyword, then it is known as a static variable. Static variable, only one copy gets created and that is shared to all objects of the class. That means common content, you can declare it as static. Okay. Should default be the last case in a switch statement? No. You can use default wherever you want. It's not mandatory that compulsory you should place default case at the end of the switch. Okay, you can use it anywhere, wherever you want. If no match is found between the selector and the case labels, then the default case gets executed. Okay, what is an enhancer for loop? What is an enhancer for loop? Enhancer for loop is also known as for each loop or advanced for loop or for in loop, especially if you want to repeat a group of elements in an array or a collection of objects, especially for arrays and collections purpose. Javas of people, I mean James Gosling has introduced this enhancer for loop in 1.5 version. The revolutionary versions of Java are 1.5 and 1.8. These two concepts, interview questions, we are going to cover it in the tomorrow session. Don't miss tomorrow session at any cost. Got it? Very, very important interview questions are going to cover in tomorrow session. Okay. Difference between final, finally, and finalize. What are the default values in an array? What are the default values? If we don't provide any values to an array, right? I mean, I have declared like this, ma. I have declared like this. Okay. Sorry, I need to provide a size here. No. Okay, I'll declare like this. So it contains the default values now. For byte, short, int, long, default value is 0. For float and double, 0.0. For boolean, it is false. For character, it is space. For string or any other reference type, it is null. This is what. Based on the data type, default values will be deferred. Got it or not? Okay. I hope all of you people are following all the interview questions. I hope all these questions will help you for your interviews, upcoming interviews, to get the job very soon. Got it? And we people are providing this for free of course for all of the students. Got it? So who are looking for a job change, or who are looking for getting into the new job, okay, as a fresher or as an experienced person, whoever may be the person, the core Java is very, very important, which plays a vital role, isn't it or not? Got it? If you're strong in core Java, even if you're little bit weak in other concepts also, they'll surely recruit you people, isn't it or not? Yes. So that's what the power of core Java. Okay, for that reason only I planned a session like this. Okay. And Sagar, sure, Sagar, we will cover the types of memories in JVM tomorrow, in tomorrow's session. Yes, PDF file will also be sent to you, Manish. Please join into the Telegram and WhatsApp groups for sure. We are see today's document. I'll send it to you after taking once this class gets completed. Okay. No. Remaining also will cover. Wait. Remaining also will cover up to 100. Okay, mostly we will try. Yes, remaining yes, reflection API. Let me show you 1 second. I'll show it to you. See, to be discussed tomorrow: exception handling, reflection API, multi-threading, collections framework, generics, annotations, JVM. Okay, top interview questions asked on 1.8 version, 1.52 latest versions, whatever the questions they are asking in the interviews. All these things will be covered. Got it? Understand? Yeah, super. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we'll plan like these 3 sessions for other topics also, like C language, for data structures, for other things also, and for programs. You know, everyone is suffering with these logical programs, right? Which will be asked more. I mean, whatever the programs that are asking in most of the companies very frequently, right? Frequently asked programs will also be there, right? All those things we will conduct very soon. Please join for my sessions. Okay, myself Bindu. Okay, I'll be taking Java and C data structures batches here, Python batches here, ma. Okay, so keep in touch and attend for my free sessions also. Frequently, monthly, once or twice or something like that, we will be planning sessions like this, which will help all of the people. Okay, we'll plan for C language interview questions, we'll plan for data structures, we'll plan for Java programs also, like that we'll plan accordingly. Okay, but don't forget to join into our groups, okay, so that you will get this info. Understand or not? Okay, thank you so much. Tomorrow I'll provide my LinkedIn profiles, everything to you. Okay, yeah, tomorrow I'll provide it to you people, students. Okay, yeah, please join to our sessions, Ashok IT this Telegram group and WhatsApp group. Okay, yeah, tomorrow I'll provide my LinkedIn profiles and all to you. Okay, fine, let's get into our topic. It's running late actually. Okay, thank you so much. So please utilize this opportunity for rocking the interviews, and so reply to us when once you get all these questions, and once you answer all these questions in your interviews, please let us know so that we will feel happy for conducting this session. Okay, so keep in touch with us. Yeah, let's get into our topic now. 1 minute. Yeah, strings topic mostly, which is one of the very important concept in interviews. Okay, I thought of to cover that strings concept today only, but unfortunately, you know, see, almost the time is 12, right? So I'll cover that strings concept tomorrow. Okay, so because most of the interviewers will focus more on strings concept, that strings concept questions will discuss tomorrow very clearly. I'll create a separate document for that and I'll provide it to you. Okay, yeah, main method also, right? Yeah, very nice. I'll make a note of all these things and I'll explain it to you tomorrow. If possible, we'll extend our session for another 1 hour in the tomorrow session. Okay, another 1 hour also will extend, not a worry at all. Same time at 10 o'clock only it will start tomorrow also. Okay, let's get into our topic. We'll cover most of the questions today. Okay, fine. Enhanced for loop. Yeah. Yes, Sanjay Sinha. Sure. Sure, we will cover. That's what I have clearly mentioned here, that these are all going to be covered in the tomorrow session for sure, along with whatever you are asking. Yes, you will get the recorded session, you will get the program notes for all these things also. Okay, I'll update soon. By today, end of the day, you will get today's notes, critical notes of all these interview questions, and tomorrow's notes. By tomorrow, end of the session, you will get, end of the day, you will get it in that WhatsApp group. Okay, fine. So always stay in that groups. We will be connecting very soon for other free sessions like this for interview questions on all of the subjects or all of the languages. Attend for that. Refer your friends also to our institute. Okay, fine. Let's get into our topic. 1 minute. Yeah, static variable done, right? Enhanced for loop done. Default values done. Yeah. How many ways are there to read input through the keyboard, ma? How many ways are there to read input through the keyboard? WhatsApp link, na Prakash? Sorry, students, 1 minute. I'll just send a WhatsApp link to them. Control C. I am sometimes I am going little faster, ma. Please don't mind, because so many questions are there, right? Our intention is to cover most of the questions. Instead of giving only 50 or 60 questions, most of the questions we thought of to cover. That is what our main motto. Got it? So that's why. Screen not visible. Are you able to see my screen? Of course, yes. There is a problem from your end, Prakash. Please check it once. Yeah. How many ways are there to read input through the keyboard in Java? Through the keyboard, ma? In Java, we have buffer reader and input stream reader classes. Yes or no? Buffer reader and input stream reader classes. Okay, and we have a scanner class. Okay, we have a console class. Okay, we have a command line arguments also. We have input streams, input output streams are there. Okay, input output streams are there. We have properties class. We have, okay, different ways are there, but these we'll be using here. Okay, and difference between finally and finalizer. So final is a keyword that is used to declare a variable or a class or method. You know that clearly. I explained. Finally means what? Which will be used in the exception handling mechanism. Okay. So finally means what actually? Whenever in an exception handling mechanism, if you want to perform any closing operations or cleanup operations, all those closing operations or cleanup operations will be performed in the finally block. Finally is a block. Final is a keyword. Finalize is a method. Please make a note. Final is a keyword which is used for declaring a variable or a method or a class. Final variable value is fixed. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final classes cannot be inherited. Finally is a modifier. Okay. Sorry. Finally is a block, actually. Finally block, which you can see it in the exception handling mechanism in tomorrow session. Okay, so finally block. In finally block, what you are doing, you are performing all of the closing operations or cleanup operations. Okay, so finally block specialty is whether there is an exception or not. Finally block always gets executed. Finally block always gets executed. Got it? And finalize method. Actually, this finalize method is deprecated now. In the latest versions, finalize method is deprecated. If you people wants to use this finalize method, you should set your path to 1.8 version. Later versions, in the later versions, this finalize method is totally deprecated. It is not working. Understand? So finalize method will be called every time whenever the JVM calls, whenever JVM feels like it is going out of memory, immediately JVM calls a garbage collector method. Okay, so this garbage collector method is going to destroy, is going to release all of the unused objects or unwanted or abandoned objects memory. Okay, before the garbage collector method, garbage collector thread gets destroyed the objects, this finalize method will be called and it will finalizes whether that object gets destroyed or not. Understand? But there is no use of that finalize because it is deprecated. Got it? So why do we need wrapper classes? Everything in Java is a class. Even the data types also, everything, a file, an image, everything will be treated as a class only in Java. Even the primitive data types also. For all primitive data types, there are wrapper classes available in java.lang package. Integer wrapper class, byte wrapper class, short wrapper class, long, float, double, character wrapper class, and Boolean wrapper classes. Got it? So see, why we are going to use this wrapper classes is, if you want to convert, okay, so a primitive type of data to object representation, or an object type of data to primitive representation, then we are going to use this wrapper classes concept. Okay, if you want to convert a primitive type of data to object representation, or object type of data to primitive representation, then we are going to use this wrapper classes concept. Got my point or not? Okay, so we are going to use this auto boxing and auto unboxing mechanism. Okay, so like what we are going to do is, we have taken an integer variable that you are wrapping it into integer object. This is auto boxing. And if you see this object content, you are trying to store it into the primitive type of data, that we will call it as auto unboxing mechanism. Okay, I think casting already done. I said like strings will be explained in the tomorrow session, because which is very, very important. Okay. Okay. 74. Why do we need wrapper classes? That's what I'm telling you, right? Why do we need wrapper classes? For converting a primitive type of data to object representation, or object type of data to primitive representation, we are going to use these wrapper classes. Okay. I'll show you the diagram for that tomorrow. Got it? Simple, this is a primitive type of variable. This primitive type of data, I want to store it into object. Why, madam? Why are you trying to store that primitive type of data into object? Because everything will be treated in the form of objects only. Objects will provide security for our data. That is what the reason, instead of storing it as a primitive type of data, I am trying to convert that primitive type of data to object representation. For that, we require that. Okay. Wrapper classes or 6. For every data type, there is a wrapper class available in java.lang package. You know, in java.lang package, we have wrapper classes available. Integer wrapper class, okay, byte wrapper class, short wrapper class, okay, short wrapper class, and long wrapper class. Madam, what are these? These are all data types. No, don't confuse the students. I am starting all these names with capital letter. Observe carefully. I am starting all these names with capital letter. Yes or no? So when I am starting with capital letter, it is a class. Class names starts with capital letter. Got it or not? So these are all wrapper classes. And if you write like this, so byte, okay, short, int, long, float, these are all data types. For every data type, there is a wrapper class available. For every data type, there is a wrapper class available. Where in the java.lang package. Got it or not? In the buffer reader statement, we will be using a parse int method, parse byte, parse short, parse long, right? For converting a string type of data to primitive types, we are going to use all those methods are available here only, in this java.lang package only, in this wrapper classes only, all those methods are available. Okay, fine. Okay, I said no strings concept separate document. I'll provide it to you, I'll prepare it today and I'll send it to you tomorrow. Okay, these things, the strings concept, which is very important. We should focus more on this strings concept for sure, because it will be, those are mandatory questions asked in every interview. Okay, whether you are a fresher or 10 years experience or 15 years experience, whatever it is, compulsory you should brush up your core Java skills for sure. If you want to switch to from one company to another company, or as a fresher if you want to go also. Okay, how do you print contents of an array? Very simple. How do you print contents of an array? Tell me, students. How many ways are there to print? Arrays class toString method. If you use arrays class toString method, it will print the array elements in square brackets separated with comma and space. You can use for loop also. You can use for each loop also. You can use for each loop also for printing the array elements. Yes or no? These are the 3 ways to print the, even array name also you can directly give. That is also possible. Arrays class toString method, you can use it. For loop, you can use it. For each loop, you can use it. Generally, you can go with true string or for each loop. Especially, you can go for each loop. because this is designed for printing the elements of an array or collection, right, in 1.5 version. That's why it is better to go with for each loop. Okay. And I said no, okay, JVM, all these things also we'll see it tomorrow. Creating wrapper classes means what are the different differences in the two ways of creating wrapper classes means we have two ways, like boxing, unboxing, auto boxing and auto unboxing. Okay, auto boxing and auto unboxing, these are all not important, but still I will explain it to you. Okay, these things we'll see tomorrow. String concepts, implementing methods. Okay, all are these things only. We'll see it all this. Why should you always use blocks around if statement? Tell me this. Coupling and cohesion also one of the important interview questions. These questions will be covered in the tomorrow session, ma. Okay, got it, students? Total 200 plus. Total 200 plus. Shravan, every time we don't send in our applications, we don't send. Shravan is asking one question like, why do we need wrapper classes if we have data types? Generally, if you're writing in normal programs, you can go for normal data types. But in an application, almost you are sending all your data in the form of object, because that object provides security for your data. That object will provide security for your data. Got it or not? So you should convert your primitive type of data to object representation. For that, you require these wrapper classes. Okay, if you want to convert a primitive type of data to object representation, okay, for that we are going to use this wrapper classes concept. Okay, understand? These questions, that what I am importance differences between C++ and Java, tell me. C++ is not pure object oriented. Yes or no? Without using classes and with using classes, you can write it. Yes or no? Yes, you can get soft copy of all these questions, ma. You can get it. All these string related concepts, we'll see it in the tomorrow session. Why should you always use blocks around if statement? Tell me. Why should you use you always use blocks around if statement? Coupling and question also we'll see tomorrow, because it will take more time for me to explain. That's whatever the questions I have not explained here, that we'll see it in tomorrow session. JVM, that is related to class loader subsystem. Okay, someone asked, madam, provide interview questions for JVM also. That we'll see it. Yes, we are going to share the questions along with answers. Questions along with answers we are going to share. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow same time at 10 o'clock. Yes. So why should you always use blocks around if statement? So without using curly braces, you can write only single statement under if. If you want to print multiple statements, if the if condition gets satisfied, if you want to print multiple statements under if, then you are putting inside the curly braces, Okay, so if you want to write only single statement under if, no need of any curly braces. But if you want to print multiple statements under if, you should put it inside the curly braces. For that reason only you are using curly braces here. Okay, how do you loop around an array using enhancer for loop? That means it is asking for syntax, very simple. You can write like this: for int x colon, this is the array name, this is the array name, and you are printing elements here. SOP statements. SOP means, you know, right? System.out.println. SOP statements you will be writing like this. This is the syntax of for each loop. Okay. Then yes, what is an enum? Collection of similar type of constants. If you group similar type of constants together and if you put it in one place, that way we'll call it as enum. How do you compare two arrays? Yes. This question I'll leave it to you people only. Okay, get it and answer to me tomorrow. Okay, provide answer to me tomorrow. How do you compare two arrays? How many ways are there? This question I'm giving it to you only. get answers. I mean, different ways are there, right, to compare to arrays that I need. Okay, where arcs, all these things we'll see tomorrow. Static blocks, instance blocks. Okay. Static block, in a sense, this is used for initializing the static variables of the class. Okay, generally, if you see, generally what we will think, if you write a main method, okay, if you write a main method, right, so generally always the JVM executes the main method code first. But if you write any static block, no, okay, if you write any static block, first the static block code gets executed. After that only it will execute the main method code. After that only it will execute the main method code. Got it or not? Okay. So see, the static blocks are very, very important. And if you don't write any static block, and if you're initializing the static variables, right, then what exactly happens is actually here, the system defined static block will get created. Okay. And you know, constructor is used for initializing the instance variables of the class. In the same way, instance initialization blocks is also used for, okay, initializing the instance variables of the class only. But there is a difference between constructor and instance blocks that we'll see tomorrow. Okay. See, arrays class equals method. Yes, I said no for comparing two objects, two arrays. Exactly, Victor. Super. Someone said nested loops. Someone said arrays dot equal. Good. What is the difference between this and super? This always refers to the current class variables, methods, and constructors. Super always refers to the superclass variables, methods, and constructors. Okay, this parenthesis will calls the current class constructor. Super parenthesis will calls the parent class constructor. Okay, can we use this and super at a time in a constructor? This thing we explained. No, we can't use this and super at a time in a constructor, because it should be the first statement in a constructor. Either this parenthesis or super parenthesis you can use it, not both at a time. Okay. Constructor chaining, of course, that is also one of the important concept. So Manish, so constructor chaining means what? You can call one constructor from another constructor. That is possible by using this parenthesis and super parenthesis. Understand? Constructor overloading, just like method overloading, you can write multiple constructors in a class, but compulsory there should be difference in the arguments, either number or type or order. That we will call it as constructor overloading. How can you achieve inheritance in Java? Using extends, using implements, both. Yes, this and super you can use it in a method, but this and super are the non-static variables which can be used only in the instance methods and instance blocks and constructors, which cannot be used from static context. Please make a note of this point for sure. Okay, this and super are the non-static reference variables. Okay, this and super are the non-static reference variables which can be used from only instance methods, constructors, and instance blocks. It cannot be used from static context. This and super cannot be used from static methods and static blocks. Static methods and static blocks. You can declare a constructor as a public or private constructor, you can take it, but you should not take a constructor as static. Understand? Okay, do I need to repeat the sentence again? Yeah, 1 minute. Simple. Generally, this and super are the two, okay, default reference variables, non-static reference variables, okay, which cannot be used from static context. Static context means you cannot use this and super from static methods in static methods and static blocks. You can use it only in the instance methods and instance blocks and constructors, because those are in the scope of object, not in the scope of a class. Even if you use this and super in static methods or in static blocks, you will get error. Understand? Concrete class is nothing but complete class, which will be having complete methods. It cannot have any incomplete methods. Understand? Got it? Some concepts are not covered here today because of time. The static initialization blocks, instance blocks, and these things I have explained it to you, right? And this one, strings concept is also there. And another important topic is coupling and cohesion. Okay, this coupling and cohesion and strings concept, static initialization blocks and instance initialization blocks, along with all these concepts, will be covered in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow is very, very important session. It will be extended for another 1 more hour also. 10 to almost, it will take 10 to 11, 12, 1 up to 1 also will take it. We'll complete all the important interview questions here. Okay. Yes, currency. In collections framework, I will cover the enum class. No worries. Yes, Ajay. So concrete class means which will be having only all complete methods, full-fledged methods. Don't have any. Yes, Karan, I will provide. No worries. 8 concepts will also be covered. If you see here, top interview questions on Java 1.8 version. Top interview questions on Java 1.8 version I am going to cover here. Okay. Yes, document will send it, ma. So yes, for remaining questions, all these questions, right, will send document tomorrow. Okay. Yes, Rajesh, for sure will plan and will let you people know. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to log into this, Telegram and WhatsApp groups. And please join to these sessions. Okay, on tomorrow on Wednesday sessions. Inform to your friends also, whoever is looking for. Okay. And yeah, we will surely conduct this type of interview questions on other programming languages or other concepts also very soon. Okay, so keep in touch with us in our groups and telegrams and all websites and all, so that you people will get a notification on that and you can join for that. Okay, thanks for joining and thanks for staying here up to 12:30. I said I'll take only 2 hours, but right, automatically it will get extended. Yes, lambda expressions, annotations, everything will be covered tomorrow. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you in the starting itself. Tomorrow's session is very, very important. Okay, strings concept, all these exception handling, multi-threading, collections framework, generics, reflection API, annotations, everything will be covered in tomorrow's session. See you tomorrow at same time at 10 a.m. Okay, Java 8 also. That's what I clearly mentioned, like top interview questions on Java 1.8 version. Okay, with answers we will send the document. Up to here today, whatever we had discussed on all those topics, on all those questions, we will send a document to you in that group. And for all the remaining topics that what we are going to cover tomorrow, right, for that you will get by tomorrow end of the day. Okay, yes, this video will also be uploaded and you will get it. You can see there. Yeah, Arvind will plan and will let you know, Arvind. Yes, thank you, students. Give your feedback. Feedback is very important. Yes, for us. So if any corrections also, will do that. I mean, if I need to do any corrections also, we'll do it accordingly. Okay. Someone is asking something. I don't know exactly. I think your name I've forgotten. DS the data structures through Java. You can join for demo sessions. Demo sessions are free, right? Whether you continue the session or not, that is secondary, isn't it? So join for the session first. Okay, so leave it. Whether you continue the session or not, leave it. Join for the demo sessions. Come and first understand what we are going to explain there. Then you can decide. Okay, if it is feasible, then only you can continue. Otherwise, just leave it. Okay, but demos are useful, right? Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. If you are feeling like that, no, you are saying like it will be very helpful for you people, we will feel very happy. Thank you so much. Ziomi, I think fees for DS, I will tell you tomorrow for sure. Okay, all those details I'll provide it to you tomorrow. Okay. See, concrete class and concrete methods are nothing but complete methods, complete classes, which consists of complete methods. That class we will call it as a concrete class. Okay. Yeah, I'll just see your doubts. I think someone is asking. This, see, if you go through all these 200, 300 questions, what I'm explaining here, this is more than enough for any interview. More than enough. Almost you will get the questions from here only. If they ask more other than this, no, get that question to me. Mostly I cover almost all topics. Yes, sure, Ajay. We will plan and we'll let you know. Collections, yes, that is also very important concept for each method. Okay, I'll see. This chart will be available for me. Okay, I'll just go through all this chart and we'll prepare the notes accordingly, and we'll discuss all those in the tomorrow session for sure. Okay. Thank you, Karan Sinha. Thank you, Aravind. Thank you, Manish. Yeah, programming programs also. Top interview programs also will take a session accordingly. Okay, I'll plan, because a lot of R&D should be done, right? So we need to prepare the documents, programs and all, right? So that's why we'll plan and we'll let you know. Okay, programming a free workshop also will conduct for soon. Soon we'll conduct. Okay, fine. Bindu Sagar, please join for the session, demo session, so that you will get entire details there. Or else wait for tomorrow. I'll let you know. Okay, tomorrow I'll let you know. I don't have an idea on all those things. I'll be just taking the sessions. That's it. No, that's why. Thank you so much, Manish, Ashwini. Yeah, Spring Boot. Yeah, we'll soon conduct, Arvind. Nishant, actually call by value, call by reference techniques, we'll see it in C language, right? But generally in Java also we can do it like call by reference, nothing but object, through object. Yeah, I'll show it to you, Nishant. Okay. Design patterns. Okay. I'll just go through all this chart. Okay. And then I'll provide answers for all those what you are asking. Okay. You asked for JVM, you asked for strings, right? String I don't at all, I don't miss at all. Okay, surely I'll cover. Today's recording, yes, we'll send it, ma. We'll send it. And that's all for the today's session. Okay, you can log off for the day. Okay, have a good day, and we'll meet again in the tomorrow session at same time at 10 a.m. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Rashekar. Bindu ma'am, unable to ask anything. I'm not finding the option to connect. Shivam Kumar, why? Everyone is chatting, no? I'm only answering for all of your questions. Shivam, no problem. You can join into that group. I will also available there. Okay, I'll reply. Okay, no worries. Programs, right, Karan? Sure, Karan, we'll plan. We'll plan very soon. Okay. Yeah. Refer to your friends also who are looking to learn core Java or data structures or advanced Java or anything. You can please refer. Okay. Ask them to attend for the demos also. Up to today, we will send the document. Yes. So give me some time. Just give me some 1 hour time. Okay. We'll have some. I didn't had my breakfast also actually. So I'll do it and then I'll upload it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, marker interface. Okay, empty interface. Marker interface is nothing but empty interface. Okay, or we can call it as ability interface also. So like, which doesn't have anything. It is empty, but which will provide some useful information to the JVM, like a serializable interface, clonable interface. These are all marker interfaces. Recording will also be provided for courses. Yes. Yes. No, for entire full stack, I'm not the trainer. Only for module 1, I'll be. For module 2 and module 3, separate trainers will come. Thank you. Sure, you'll rock it, Ravi, in your interviews. Yes, Sanjay Sinha, I'll provide my mail ID, everything. Yeah. DS, yes, Prakash, I'll teach DS. Yeah. Thank you. And I'll just go through all your stream API. Everything will be covered in the tomorrow session, ma. Yes. Okay. So please join our group, WhatsApp group, and this group. Okay. Prakash, I'll tell you tomorrow, Prakash, for fee for DS. Okay. I'll ask my team and then I'll update you. Everyone. So many people are asking. I'll update you tomorrow. Where in threads? No, Harshal. Deadlock. Okay. We'll see. Threads are not yet covered. No. We'll be planning tomorrow, right? The threads will see it tomorrow. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Yes, Prakash. Attend for the demo, Prakash. You will come to know very clearly about that. Okay. Yeah. Design patterns, Lavanya. Okay, Lavanya, sure. Yes. Yes, we'll plan, Manish. Interview programs also. Yes, that's what we are thinking, Siddharth. We will plan accordingly and we will let you know. You people join or subscribe in your group so that it will be available for you. I mean, you'll get a notification, right? Once we are planning. Okay. Stream API for sure. Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. Don't miss tomorrow's session for sure. Ask your friends also, your relatives, whoever is working. The session is very, very important. Okay, please don't miss at all. Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thanks a lot, students. Catch you tomorrow at the same time at 10 a.m. Okay. Yes, Karan Singh. Head First Java Katya Sira is one of the very good book. I love that. And Complete Reference Java, Herbert Skilled It. Complete Reference by Herbert Skilled It. That is also very nice book. These two books I prefer. Okay. So very nice books, these two are. It will help you to improve your Java skills, especially. Head First Java is also Complete Reference Java. Yes. Complete Reference by Herbert Skilled It. Herbert Skilled It. Herbert Skilled It. Those are also very nice books. HERBERT I'll type all those names tomorrow. Okay, reference books, that what you need to refer to improve your Java skills. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Catch you tomorrow at same time. Bye bye. Have a good day.